Talk about that, bro. I mean, that is joy is literally what everybody is looking for.
Oh, it's the most expensive thing I own because
Like-
it's just like whatever the world brings you, it's all in camouflage to think they're going to give you joy. But I want to show you, I have it up right here, what Will Smith thinks of joy.
Yeah.
The material world is utterly incapable of providing lasting happiness. It's just you have to get to the ends of the things and still be miserable to realize that. People talk about rock bottom. I coined a phrase that there's a corresponding place called, I call it cliff top, where you wear out everything in the material world. It is an absolute abyss when you realize that there's nothing left in this world to reach for to make you happy. And then you realize that the final frontier is getting your inner house in order with no women, with no drugs, with no money, with nothing. Can you cultivate a joyful spirit just with you and you?
Wow. That's wild.
So Will Smith just said that he's reached the top. He calls it cliff top. So there's a man with everything the world has to offer him, but he's still not happy.
Yeah.
He said it doesn't matter the women, the money, the drugs. And then where he misses it, unfortunately for Will, and I do pray that he does find this one, where he misses it, and he goes, you have to get your inner house in order, meaning your mind in order, to cultivate a joy with me and me. And I'm like,
that's got to be hard.
that's not going to work. You missed the equation here. Because here's the truth. There's a God-sized hole in every person in the world. And only God can fill up that hole.
Yeah.
And a person like Will Smith that can honestly look in the eyes of this podcast he was on and say, I'm not happy.
Which is a great start. A great start. Because all along we've been sold the celebrity. This is where you can find joy. And then they just end up killing themselves or like OD and we're like, oh, maybe he wasn't happy.
And that's that. At least he's at the point where he's like, man,
Yeah.
I'm not happy. But where he went wrong, he goes, I got to find my inner happiness with just me and me.
Yeah.
Well, that's going to lead him down. I'll tell you what me and me does. It gets you empty.
Yeah.
Whenever you give some more of me and me, give me another side of me, give me another order of me, you're going down into the abyss in a pit of unhappiness and depression. And so the thing what Jesus taught is that, you want to get joy? First off, accept me as the creator and your savior. Once you that's a big thing to do.
Yeah.
But then start serving others.
Yeah.
The opposite of what Will is
Take
saying.
all that you have and give it to the poor.
Well, yeah. And it even starts with like, love your neighbor and go help your neighbor. Literally, you can just walk across your street and go help your neighbor. You're going to get